Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today we are doing something quite exciting. I mean, on my channel I like to try so many different things, so many different makeup items, skincare items, but when it comes to kind of like my fandoms and my kind of things that I'm obsessed with, if I could find anything that's makeup related, I will always try my best to buy it and to test it out. So today is something that I didn't thought that existed until I saw it on the band's website, and Ghost have come out with their own kind of eyeshadow palette. It seems like this might have been out for a while because I think this is from Hot Topic, and the UK always last to get certain things like this. But if you're unaware, this is from the band Ghost, and I am a very, very big fan, as you can probably tell. I mean, I have listened to their music for about 10, 12 years now. Kind of in the middle it was like on and off because there was just a time when I just didn't listen to them, but right now, right here, right now, if you know, I'm not going to bring in any song titles or anything, but I'm a really, really big fan, and I just really, really love their music. Like, I've been a music fan for my whole life, and when it comes to the genres, I'm a big fan of rock and metal and stuff like that. So it's a bit difficult to kind of put Ghost in a certain genre because a lot of people who count themselves as like metalheads don't like Ghost, and a lot of fans who are love Ghost and stuff like that. The music is very I don't know, it's very different. I think that they're kind of rock metal-esque, and I absolutely love their music. I think they're fun. They put on such amazing shows. I've seen them live twice. The first time I ever saw them was for £5 in Brixton with a band called Gojira. And then I'd say, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, I saw them at the O2 Arena, and that was probably one of the best gigs I've ever been to in my whole life. But when I was on their Instagram, they posted that they have new merch. So their new merch included something like this, and I was kind of like, this is interesting. So let's open this up and see what it looks like. So this is a 9-pan eyeshadow palette, and you get one highlighter. So the highlighter is up here, and it looks quite deep. Sorry, it's this one here. It looks quite deep. It's quite grey, but obviously I haven't tested this out yet because I wanted to do it on my channel. So I'm very excited to try like these reds and a couple of greys. So I'm going to kind of incorporate it into a look, obviously. And I love the packaging, but the packaging is slightly like flimsy because it's just made out of a bit of cardboard. But yeah, I thought I would test it on my channel, because if there are any fellow Ghost fans out there, please let me know that you are here, and we could try and be friends. But what I'm going to do first is put on my Peel Away Space and my sellotape, because obviously the main focus today is on that. Okay, so we're all taped and primed and ready to go. Normally I would use my Urban Decay primer, but I finished it, and I have my Peel Away Space, which is in the shade 2.5 if you ever want to know which one I'm using. So I am definitely going to be mixing in like the reds and some of the greys, because I just want to see like what the quality is like. And I forgot to mention the palette cost £20, which I think is a little bit high end, not high end, but as in like a bit more than I would probably pay for, because I know you're paying for the license and you're paying for like the name and everything like that, and the shipping cost, I think the shipping costs about £3, £4 as well. So if you are in the UK/Europe, it will be coming from Backstreet, which I believe is delivered by Amazon. I'm not too sure. But it turned up pretty quickly, and there was like no issues whatsoever. So we are going to start off first with this orange shade just here. Nothing has a name, so that's fine. And the thing, this comes with a massive mirror as well, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to start off with this shade, and we're going to see what it's like. So I'm going to start it off as like a transition shade and build it up. So it seems a bit quite pigmented in the beginning, so that's pretty good. Okay, we're intrigued, and let's see. So if there are any fellow Ghost fans out there, please let me know when you discovered them, how you discovered them, because for me, it was my friend, like I mentioned, the first time I ever saw them. I had listened to them a little bit because he had said to me, oh, there's this band playing in Brixton for like £5, and even with Gojira, I hadn't have heard of them at that time because I was slowly blooming into my like kind of metal, not my metal face because I've always been kind of into that genre anyway, but into kind of like more bands that weren't so like massive and up there. And I think they had like Ghost, when it comes to Ghost, this was their first album. So I'd literally kind of just gotten into them when they released their first one. So yeah, it was a very, very interesting gig because I had listened to their album, but not really known much about kind of what their stage presence is like because I knew that they all wore masks and they were all very dramatic and just putting on like a really interesting show. And it was such an amazing set. Like they had done such a great job with like getting the crowd going because they had headlined because Gojira were on before them, even though I think at the time Gojira were a slightly bigger band. But when Ghost came out, it was so freaking amazing. And the fact that I saw them for £5 is probably one of the best things I, like gig wise I've ever been to. So next we're going to go on to this deeper red just at the top, which is another matte shade. So we're going to take that, and it's got some slight specks in it, but I think it might be from the other shadows because when this arrived, it was not beaten up, but there were bits kind of like flaking off. So I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'm not expecting, kind of Pat McGrath-esque quality when it comes to this type of makeup because again, this palette cost me 20 quid. And the fact is, when it comes to Hot Topic, I don't think they're kind of known for their makeup quality. I think it's more kind of the actual style of the palette and the license and the look of it. Because I mean, this is freaking amazing. Like, how many palettes would ever look like this that I have? So none at all. So yeah, I'm kind of getting this second shade on, and it is looking pretty good. You do have to obviously build it up a bit. It's not like the most crazy pigmented, but it's not patchy at all. Like you can't really, like there's nothing I can say that I would change, even though this is literally the second shade that I'm using. Okay, so I'm actually going to go in with the black and be very careful because I want to kind of make it as like a cornered wing because there's no deeper red. There's a deeper red which is a shimmer, but I'm not going to use that to kind of do the corners because I want to kind of make that shimmer maybe the star of the show essentially. So I want to kind of, where the tape is, that's where I'm probably going to put this black. And I'm going to be very careful, even though I put on quite a bit, but I'm going to blend it out with the other shades. But yeah, the second time that I've seen them was at the O2 Arena, and that was, again, another amazing show. And I think at that time they had just come out with their last album, so it's been a while since they've had a new album, but they've just come out with their film, which I really, really enjoyed. I went to the cinema to see it, and it not necessarily is a film. It's like a concert film, but it's a couple of bits included here and there, which is kind of based around the theme of the band, like with the different puppers and all that stuff. And I really, really enjoyed it because, again, their music just makes me so happy. I listen to music very, very frequently. I mean, I'm one that people ask me like what new music I listen to, and I'm not trying to sound like a snob or anything, but there's certain bands that I listen to that are kind of have been around for a while that release new music. So I wouldn't say that I listen to new music. I only listen to new music by bands that I've liked for quite a while. So there really isn't a band out there right now that I would kind of be like, oh yeah, they're brand new, or that they've been around for like a handful of years that I really enjoy, because that's just not how I listen to music. I like listening to what I like, which is probably a bit boring for some people, but I like what I'm kind of used to, if that makes any sense. And when it comes to gigs, when I saw them the last time, I really wish I could see them again, but they're not touring like in the UK anytime soon. Plus my current situation of being pregnant, I don't think I could really go to a gig. Even if I went to one that I was sitting down and stuff, they're just not playing. So there's no point in me like wishing that I could go and see them. I just can't see them. So the black, I've not kind of, it's a little bit patchy. So I mean, I'm kind of blending it so it's not too, the line is not too harsh here, because it kind of looks like blending it in hasn't really done the, I haven't done like the best job, but it's okay. The black is probably not my favorite shade so far, even though I've only used 3, but now I'm going to go in with a grey just to kind of mix it in slightly into here. So we've got this grey just here. I'm trying to use as many shades as I can just because I just want to see how the palette blends in with each other. So I'm just going to blend that in here, and then we'll end on a shimmer, because I feel like a couple of the shimmers do look very, very nice. Okay, that grey's gone on okay. I'm not going to say it's one of my favourite shades. I'm just going to go back in with those reds because I really want to make them pop a bit more, because I think with those other shades they're slightly faded, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad because I can just add it on a little bit. So I'm kind of just blending in that black with the reds. Alright, so now we're going to go in with this gorgeous red, which I'm very excited to try. I hope it doesn't let me down. I'm going to see with a brush first, because sometimes you never know, and then I'll go in with my finger just to see what it's like. So I mean, it's picked up a fair amount on the brush, and I just want to put it on the bottom of my lid. That seems to be going on quite nicely. Let's build it up. Okay, that is a really nice shimmer, but it's not I don't feel like it's standing out that much. Like, it's not I'd be like, oh my god, this is such a gorgeous shimmer, because I feel like it's not giving me much, but it's still like, it's there for sure. It is there. So I'm actually going to go in maybe in my inner corner with this purple, actually with this shimmer just here. It's kind of like a pearlescent shimmer. I'm going to use it on my inner corner and maybe my brow bone just to see. Oh, yep, okay, that's pigmented, that's nice. That stands out. I am going to use a highlighter. I'm just going to have to, in a moment, go off camera and put on the rest of the face, because I can't obviously use it like this. So, oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I'm just going to put some of this up here. I know my brows are not looking so hot right now, but they're going to do. They're going to do. Right. Okay, so that's it for the eyes for the moment. I'm going to go off camera, put on the rest of my makeup, and then we'll end with that highlighter. So I'm very intrigued to see what it's like. Okay, so now that I've got the rest of my face on, let's put on this highlighter. So again, I'm very intrigued to see what this highlighter is going to bring. Again, I don't feel like it's going to do anything special, but you never know. It could completely shock me. So I'm going to just get my trusty Dog Beauty brush and tap off any excess, and then let's go. I haven't powdered down. I just put on a foundation, blush, and my lips, and that's all I've done. So, okay, it's very powdery. I mean, it's definitely got something. I'm not going to say it's outstanding. Let me give it a bit of a swatch, because it's not really okay, it's giving me a little bit, nothing too special. Let's put on a little bit more. I'm not going to go too ham, but I do want to see it. I want to see it popping up, and yeah, it's okay. I mean, altogether, I mean, the highlighter can be better, but again, in the beginning, like I said, I didn't have like the highest of hopes, not in the horrible way, but in the sense of, I really don't think this is going to be like, wow, this palette, everyone needs to buy it, blah blah blah. But I mean, my final thoughts, I do quite like this palette. Is it the most amazing palette? No. Is it a bit of fun? Absolutely. Like I've said, I like to have makeup that's based around things that I love, like when I bought that Kiss palette by Glamlight and a couple other palettes that I have based around things that I love. It just makes you really happy. And again, this is from a band that I absolutely love and obsessed with, clearly. But yeah, I feel like this is fine. Is great. I mean, eyes look totally fine. Highlighter is again pretty subtle, but if you don't want anything too subtle, then this is definitely going to be fine for you. Like I mentioned, you can pick it up on the Ghost like website, like their main merchandise website, and again, I had no issues with it being delivered. It turned up not broken, not any issues. And yeah, for 20 quid plus packaging being like what, 25 a delivery, whatever, it's fine. It's a bit of fun. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you're a fan of Ghost or you just tuned in just to because of curiosity. But let me know if you've seen Ghost before, what your favourite song is, anything. I'm very, very intrigued. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there and appreciate you sitting down listening to me ramble on. And I will see you soon. Bye bye.